Hello. Hello and welcome. It's kind of funny story. Welcome back to Forox Plays video. So, this is a playthrough of Beacon Pines. How is everybody today? Funny story. I actually didn't push the go live button, and I was talking to myself and wondering why it was so quiet and why I was getting lots of errors from YouTube. That explains the errors. It's because nothing was going out. How's everybody today? Hope you're all good. Anyway, anyone in chat, if you're there, give me a holler. Make sure that you can hear me okay, you can hear the game. Yeah, I did the whole countdown and everything, and I just hadn't pushed the go live button. Like, it was doing the preview, but nothing going live. Hey Ruby, hey Crystal, you all good? Awesome. Yeah, as I was saying to myself, apparently, welcome back, and yeah, we're doing a playthrough of Beacon Pines. We're almost there. It should be the last of it, I hope. But we'll clean it off today, hopefully. And I guess we'll just get straight on in. Let's not waste time. So, enlist the help of Iggy and Tish. Okay, so that's the bullies. I'm kind of don't remember where we were doing here. Let's just have a little look at the bookie. Okay, so I'm not sure where we are. Yes, we're down this path. So this is when, instead of telling the nun creed the truth, we ran away. So we're going to go and explore this tree to see. So we're going to enlist Iggy's help. And I think this is the path where Beck got splashed with the goo and not Iggy. So now we're going to find Iggy and Tish, wherever they may be. We'll have to have a look around. Probably doesn't hurt to talk to people, because sometimes you get new... No, can't interact with that. Can always interact with this girl. The undaunted, he shook his head over. No. Ending merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the confidence. But can he really pull through? Okay, let's go down this way. We got our baddie friend. Yawn. Have you ever wondered why an agriculture company employs an army of survey takers? The clipboards, they say they're just trying to make us happy. Do they want to make us happy? Or just figure out what makes us happy? An important distinction. That's true. Well, in another ending, we learned they're all clones, didn't we? So we know the clipboards are clones. Oh, nothing. No touching. I'm just wondering if there was something I was meant to do. I think I already got one though. I think it was hit. And we don't want to do the museum because that seems we've been there before. Hey Jeff, what can I do for you? Well, I know how much you hate perennial harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry. I mean, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're gonna break into the headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
You see, I knew you kids were all right. Great, so you help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But give me one reason I should risk my hide aside aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Oh, a choice. Wow, there's 5. Crooked? Yeah, they're all crooks, like cockroaches. Send one out, another one comes scurrying along to take its place.
Luca wasn't. He shouted out.
Okay, well, we've already tried crooked. Done us fighting for a lifetime and more than my share of losing. Time comes to hang up the gloves. Okay, what about shite? Yeah, it's all shite. I still ain't helping. Okay. What about junk? Yeah, what of it? Sonny, I've got more junk than a king has copper. Ain't interested. So I probably need to get his help at some point, don't I?
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they'll all do. But you never hear him say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. I ain't gonna be free, you know. I was thinking 5 bags of sour gobs should cover it. Put it on my
Luca offered
tab.
out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Swing by first things in the morning. Cool. These two won't be useful. Oh, but then again, we gotta talk to everybody, don't we? Has to be done. Oh yeah, you don't have to talk to them, so they aren't useful. Perfect. Nun Creed's drugstore. Oh, here we go. Hey Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try and tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of... Oh man, I have to make a decision. Malice. Smart guy here with his smart words thinks he's impressing us. Scram, we ain't interested. Okay. So we're gonna use the other word.
Luca knew he tried again. Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately life has been kinda... strange, the main one. Crooked? Yeah, life is always crooked. Get over it, we aren't interested. Okay. So it's like you've got to, you gotta know
Iggy
the
gave a
right
reluctant-
path. Try hard. Your life's always hard, get over it. We ain't interested. So we could say strange. Okay, we
Iggy
know.
gave a reluctant... Iggy considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we Okay, I gotta pick the right one now. We hide. Our hostilities, at least for now. Hide. We ain't no cowards, buzz off. Okay, so we know what the two answers are for the first part.
Iggy gave a reluctant... Iggy considered the point.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be break, and I don't think that there's a different option to happen. I do like to break things, even if a truce means less breaking things. Why I tell you if there's a truce and break stuff? Go on. We need you to cause a distraction so we can sneak into perennial
A wild-eyed
harvest
grin spread
HQ.
across Iggy's face.
My Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. After this is all done, maybe you and Tish can come hang out at the treehouse
Iggy glanced
sometime.
over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Okay. Objectives done. Did you hear that,
Iggy
Tish?
gazed up at Tish with a smile. A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
He invited us to play at the treehouse. Oh, so they've wanted to come and join them at the treehouse, but they feel excluded. Maybe that's why they're bullies. I never expect this day to come. How wonderful. Wow, yeah, being
Chapter
mean to
7.
people isn't a way to move closer to them, right?
Into the hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. "We're locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention.
Yeah, mission control.
Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach perennial harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
Just stay calm, Rollo, you can do this. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning.
He had to
Right.
think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept
Rollo
secret.
sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Our harvest awaits.
With
and
a stroke
such.
of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Yeah, that's right, because Rollo got affected and grew up by the chemical. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about. Yeah, kind of need to know. Kind of know. I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this
Rollo
form.
interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain the founder why I'm late, wow, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say name? You say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Sir, that's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Our harvest awaits. Ready to light this candle, Tish? Yep. Suck on this perennial ham first.
The
What was
distraction
that?
was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Let's open the damn door. I've got a
The
job to
clipboard
do.
fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Oh, okay. Phew, that was close. Ah, they're in. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure. When in doubt, stick with the classics. Wow, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do. Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck, in case she needs some muscle. I'll head to the founder's office. You two be safe. Is that going that way? So I'm guessing the founder's office is this way. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. Wow. Well, we'll just keep exploring to the left until we find something. A hallway to nowhere. What's going on here? You can do it. This is some sort of mind game. Okay, we'll stick to the left. Okay. Going left so far. Yeah. Oh, there was a... Uh-oh.
Solomon stopped in his track.
Luca, what are you doing here? Long story. Are you
A
okay?
veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I'm certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me in. Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Okay, dang, you should stick with me. We've got a plan. Oh, we know what Solomon is.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, Rollo, Beck are heading to the deep engineering. Thanks heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't just leave yet. But they'll catch us again. We've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just
Luca
down this
happened
way.
to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. Heh. So it is. Pretty lucky I ran into you, otherwise I might have missed it. Truly
tried the
fortunate.
handle. Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. Nice. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Nice. So the mum's helping. That's cool.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How do you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. There's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. We're not leaving, my friend Solomon. Yeah, well, he doesn't know Solomon's the bad guy. Not yet, anyway.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
That's so predictable. How did you just guess that? Oh, it's an absurd password Rolo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Well, they were just thinking several moves ahead and not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. He's talking to the villain, it's kind of funny. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deductions are impressive, as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 2460.
Rolo, I think this should do it. Bingo bango. The door's open, Luca. You never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mum is in trouble and we need to get her out. I see. Oh, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 130806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. Crap, we got company. Luca, must go faster. One sec, I can't think of all this
He quickly
noise.
skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it goes, 13806. Go, go, go. Curse these fumbling hams. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Okay. He wasn't really. He was doing that on purpose. Oh man, no water cups. Rolo. Rolo, are you okay? Rolo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms with their
With
traps.
self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rolo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabbit rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Did that little shy just kick me? Don't just stand there after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off that they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mum. Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I've finally used the young chemist lab in my lab kit. Oh, you sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth syrup? I had more than a growth spurt. No, that's not
Nellie
possible.
leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent with tempus. What is it? Liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. I beg, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mum, what the hell is going on in this place? I was brought here to work on a discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempus Liquimum. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempus Liquimum into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But the Tempus Liquimum is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists. Yes, I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott. Harnessing Tempus Liquimum to reliably manipulate the organism's age. But just imagine how many people we could have fed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that I achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't,
Nellie
right?
sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle? I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. Sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility, but I've sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mum, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. That is why we gotta get you out of here. I just... like now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we're gonna hightail it. Luca, we've got Dr. Moldwell heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. What's your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when we get there. When they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Malice ID proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow. Even the alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should smother you right now. What was that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're not bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang. Must be a good... This must be good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time
Luca
will
held
tell.
his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. Mm-hmm. And doesn't it like click to him that there's books on the seat for him to sit high enough? Kind of obvious, right? I think we've investigated everything. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Sullivan. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of
With
this,
a
I
subtle,
promise.
quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it. Locked. That was close. We left Nellie's office. It was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rolo. Before we start tossing the blame around, it is possible someone ordered a pizza. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me, only officially retiring from the heisting business. We're sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. He'll unlock it. Everyone else huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone long enough. Solomon? No. Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Moldwell. A brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but I have corresponded. Oh, I read that wrong anyway. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. The powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen protege who created this town. Perennial harvest Valentine. Well, I don't know what he's saying. All connected by a single thread. Your truths. You're truly. But
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yeah, yeah, now you've got it. Tempest Luminant, you... Liquidman, you discovered how to reverse the process?
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modwell. Very good. Though, the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish the Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial,
Kerr
please.
presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand. Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. I have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about
Rollo
it.
casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a
Luca
taste.
jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him. Over here. Move another inch and I'll smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or if you're lucky nothing happens, then what? We capture you and grant you much less
He pursed
leniency.
his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be...
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck, but there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way
She
this
looked
ends.
to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. Sorry, he's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Oh, she changed it. I reckon she's like... I think she had another vial or something and she's like switched it. That would be good. Mr. Kerr, have allowed yourself to be humiliated by these group of children. Report to my office for a
The
performance
blood
review.
drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give the introductions I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand how this is all because of me. I said Mr. Van Horn. Silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage
Solomon
my
shook
work.
his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me
A
eternal life.
muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest it's time that you reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep posted at the door. Well, you know they're copies, so you can just knock them out. Well, crap. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't think she sold them out. I think she changed the vial. I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan, Rolo. Just need some time. Rolo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey, I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. What? Time wounds all heals. Isn't it time heals all wounds? Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find the means of escape, but I found something else. A note hidden in the false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter with a hope that that it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents, Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about the incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquid.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived? Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted perennial harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of the scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but it doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull. Chapter 8. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Yeah, the martial artist Granny. She kicked their butts. Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Luca, Gran. That's awfully... That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We've got to go now. Come on, everyone. I'm going to get a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Truthfully, I can dispense with the formalities from here on.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
Come on, Beck, switch. I hope she switched it. Come on. We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Yeah, I like Beck. She's done something.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked this wonderful wonder potion into a little... I want to say malice first, but this will be 3 different endings, I guess. What do we go first, guys? Change, junk, or malice? What do we want to see? I want to see malice.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Whiskey from this office? Yep, dude, an unfinished glass on his desk. I figured this grow juice could use a little hair of the dog. You can call me Shaper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a...
Pop! He literally popped! Now that's what I call 80 proof risky. Damn, dude.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end.
Oh, that's a good ending there.
That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say?
I like that ending the most so
I'm only
far.
writing the damn thing.
Okay, so we're gonna go and see the other endings. So it looks like we're done. Like we've actually like done everything. Cool. So now we're just seeing off the final endings. So the tree's not complete, which means that that wasn't the correct ending, but I like that one the most. Do we do change? Yeah, we'll do change.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
I think they got to keep it kids friendly, so that was meant to be the bad ending. Yeah, but it's so good. Like pocket change. You're an unlucky penny. Yep, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea, but beauty of science. Now we observe. You can all call me Shaper
His
Valentine.
body and face began to contort.
Okay, let's see what happens to him this time. Holy crap, he's a baby! Yeah, but he's still Shaper, right? What was he no longer... What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused
Eris
you.
awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we do? We do what Valentines always do. What must be done. Hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Shaper. I think you should put him in a juvenile cradle and then go to jail after he's finished there.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, show's over. You may leave now. Yeah,
Epilogue.
I still like the other one.
Beacon Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
So he didn't talk to his mum about it, and they didn't reverse his mum's thing? Because they had the chemical they needed to reverse his mum's aging and Rollo's.
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom. And now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Okay, so she did tell him it's his mum, not his gran. But did she de-age herself? No, she didn't de-age. Mum, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me, I'll try to meet you there. Got a batch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now I enjoy it. Alright, I'll go say hi to Rolo first. Funny. So she didn't de-age. I was hoping that after they beat the bad guy, that Beck's mum would help them make a de-agent. I heard you and Rolo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity of one Rolo and one Luca rule. So we decided to expand, but at least we've got some help for that. How's the internship at Nelly and Iona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into a school of agriculture in upstate. Also, Nelly, she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rolo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. He had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't mean just grown literally. This morning, he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this, but because it will go straight to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Oh, so this is a good ending. But still, popping was much cooler. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Iona and Nelly for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's
When
next?
Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Okay, it's not all the clipboards were bad. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. Yeah, I never felt so comfortable telling people what to do. Now this is right here. This is something I can be proud of. Oh. What's this? How's the nap in this morning? The most underrated part of my good nap is the view. And the view is getting greener every day. Nice. I see you decided on a name. Yep. We had to clean out all the old stuff before putting in the final touches. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nelly's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean that change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Slow and Dirty Harvest. Treehouse. Are you still fishing? Look, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, an honest to goodness. Flippin' floppin'. Swimming swammin' fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I caught one. I'd say it's a good omen. What'd you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. I'm hoping to catch it again tomorrow. A little higher. Yep. A little lower. Yep. A little higher. Yep. I'm telling you, this angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Look, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of the antenna redesign. Fine, Iggy. Just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want a mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen up our grip a bit. So, you're right. Lead the way. Check in with Beck at her house. Oh, it's got the happy music now. Young Mr. Van Horn, how's little Solomon Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, you know, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. I hope he's a little nicer than the second time round. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavouring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help however we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Wow, they've had a hard childhood, I think. What's today's news? Anything need knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of the Iceman Cometh at State Correctional Facility. Oh, cool, he got put in jail. I hear he wasn't a dry eye in the house. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. So he's in jail. Good. He looked into his friend with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Well, it's like she's been reading what they're doing. Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Whoops. Okay, let's go talk to this. Luca, do you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. Zarel, you gotta come and see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect express. I pulled? Shouldn't it be I poured? I pulled the perfect espresso. Oh, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. Pfft. As if I know. It's too late. Now officially that person that cares. Aw, everybody kind of grew. Such a sweet story. Okay, wow, back for seconds. If not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose, other than to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad is making me stock the shelves for summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character. Yeah, builds something, alright. Luca, can I interest you in a delicious apple?
He playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, I'm just saying hello. Oh, hello then. Mind telling your mum we need a new crate of jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide this stuff in the back. Terrified that someone would find out about secret messages. Now everyone's getting hands on Eleanor's Van Horn's famous spy jam. Cool. And the museum's gone. Yay! Much better space. Be sad a town clinging on to its old legacy. We're gonna eventually get to Beck. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed, I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? You don't think I'm ready? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I'll bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt on my own time. You run along now. Oops. Wow, lots of children.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come all. No one is too big, no one is too small for Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
So he's making money off like getting kids rides on the tubes. Just one piece of candy for a ride of your life. Who's next? Me. Very cheap as well. Guess what? Yesterday I saw the Dynasties. And that's good. It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become a bug capital of the country. I think that's a bad thing for me. I wouldn't like that. Okay. Oh yeah, this is where all the chemicals were dumped and stuff. It's all nice and clean now. Looks much better. Here's Beck. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. But not blown this out of proportion. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds like an awful lot of putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is woot really. You're going to be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. Ah. Ah, a tree. Mum's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. It was about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in a cold of Beacon Pines and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. When you're ready, take Jeff Rod wide to the old Beacon Pines. Yeah, I think we're ready. I'm still curious about that ending we didn't complete. But from what I know, we can push B and we can pick up this ending where we left off. So what we'll do, because this seems pretty final, I want to go and see what we could have done. See, this is the junk one. We didn't even try that.
Tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
I can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash. Uh-oh. Cigar ash is going to be really bad, right? Love the stories. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Crystal. No one fell asleep. It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyway. Pa always says bad habits are like 50 yards of field goals. Hard to kick. Wow. You can call me Shape of
Body
Valentine.
and face began.
Okay, what does the cigar ash in his potion do? Wow, that's a dark ending. Woo! Wow, that's one way to kick the bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines, a new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of it. The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying.
Oh, so she doesn't like the ending when she pops. But she likes the ending when he turns into ash and blows into the wind.
If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Okay. We'll go back to finish this good ending. Yep. Skip to where you left off. There we go. I just think it's good to clean up the bad endings first, and then we've just got one definite ending. But I don't think they were bad endings at all. Oh, we're meant to take this ride. Yes. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, the ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree.
I think this is it.
Oh, the actual real grave of his father.
The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks. I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some alone time now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than the fiddle is a cello. Or cello. Is that how you say cello? I don't know. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know. You don't ever have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. I think just one thing is missing now that you're part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh God. It won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I've got the perfect way to start our summer. You got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mum, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're gonna forget him? Forget what he looks like, forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because you two favorite people, because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you a moment. I'll give you 2 moments. I'll give you two a moment, I should say. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modwell says that over the next few years, this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you you. If you wouldn't have stopped and stood up to sharper, stood up for what you believe in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you didn't love us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Guess that's it. Yep, that's it. Oh. So we finished every single ending and every possibility. We got to see all the bad endings, and we got to see the good ending, and we got to hear the good ending and see what happened to everyone afterwards. So that was good. I was going to say I'll turn down the volume, but I can't. But no, I can probably try, but it will look kind of weird on stream. Let me just skip the ending. Let's go audio, music. Let's just turn off the music. The music would be nice to play on the stream, but unfortunately, copyright. So we'll just turn it off and talk about the video, about the game. So this is Beacon Pines, and it must have had at least 10 different kinds of ways it would end. Had nice little dialogue and story. Graphics were fine because it's a story game. And they didn't have any battle scenes or items or inventory or health or anything like that. But, you know, it's telling a story, and they got the story across. What was everyone's feeling on it? Did you like that story? I think it was really good. I know Crystal liked the story. I thought the story was quite good. Like, because you get to see all the possibilities and all the bad things that could have happened and all the good things that could have happened. And yeah, there was a few things where we knew that was a bad ending, like when we told Nun Creed what we were up to, and then he was actually a bad guy at that point. And we already knew that would be bad to tell him. But then, yeah, we had to do it and go back into another story and unlock another emotion to open up the true ending. But yeah, it's kind of good. There's so many places that I can imagine, that I can remember that I searched. And if I'd missed that, how long do you, like, I wonder how long people wander around in circles between the different endings to find all those emotions. Because I just searched everything. So I think that's the only reason we kind of got everything. Otherwise, I reckon if people didn't search everything or didn't talk to everybody, that they wouldn't have gotten some of those emotions they needed to get the different endings. But I think we can call the game officially done once we get credits. So we'll just wait for these credits to go and we'll see if there's anything at the end. Like a Marvel movie, they always leave something at the end that you have to watch, so I guess we have to watch them. I wanted to skip the credits, but then you can't. You can only start a new game. Resume social, audio, video. We're just gonna have to wait. You think it was really well done? Oh, cool. Yeah, I liked it. And I was right. It was right at the end. Streaming only for 1 hour and 17 minutes. That's a lot of people making it too, yeah. Okay, we're coming up to something extra, so I'm going to turn back on the music. Okay. Cool. That's it. So we can see we completed everything. All ticks. We got to see what everyone did after. So in the true ending, Sharper ended up becoming a baby and lost all his memory. So his children can raise him as a proper person and give him make him a better person, hopefully that way. And the kids all grew and learned. Thanks for showing it all. Yeah, I know. I like to find all the endings, especially if it's easily accessible. We can see the tree's complete as well. I like the tree thing because then you know it's finished. But yeah, I think I'll call that a day. So I'm just going to go into the last time to see my favorite ending. This is my favorite ending.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Okay, so we're going to do this just to finish off the video. So thanks everyone for joining.
His body and
everyone have a good day. And I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye-bye all.